It's Valentine's Week on the all-new Newlywed Game. And now, let's meet our newlywed couples for today. Couple number one. He snores so badly, she has to tell him, shut up or get up. Newlyweds for 9 months, Charlotte and Don Walker. Couple number two. On their first date, she tried to clean his coffee table with mayonnaise and then walked off with his wallet. Married 7 months, Harleen and Jeffrey Goydell. Couple number three. They met in high school but didn't date because he was already going out with every other girl in school. Married 11 months, Sherry and Cole Graves. Couple number four. She met him at the bar where he worked, but it wasn't until later that she found out he worked as a bouncer. Married just 3 months, Angie and Russ Bragg. Those are our newlyweds for today. And here's your host, the star of the new Newlywed Game, Jim Lyons.
Thank you very much. Hi, and welcome to the all-new Newlywed Game. Hey, I heard a new saying today. It goes like this. Marriage is like a revolving door. The longer you're in it, the more confused you get. Well, our couples haven't been married very long, so I'm sure they're not too confused, but then it's only the beginning of the show. And we'll be back to see just how much they really know about each other right after this message. With the wives secluded safely off stage, it's time for some 5-point questions. As you know, gentlemen, you'll be answering these questions as you predict. Your wife will answer the same question when she returns. If her answer matches your prediction, you'll chalk up 5 points towards a grand prize selected especially for you. Now listen carefully, gentlemen. Remember, each question is worth 5 points. Each correct prediction brings you closer to your exciting grand prize. So here we go. First question, gentlemen. After your wife takes a shower, will she say she dries herself from head down, from the toes up, or starts somewhere in the middle? Russ, we're going to give you a chance to go first. How does your wife dry herself?
Jim, Angie is so organized that she would start from the head down.
From the head down?
Head down.
All right. Cole, how about Sherry?
I'd probably say somewhere in the middle because that's probably the way she is most of the time.
Have you ever seen her do this?
Oh, yeah, many times.
All right.
Every day.
Jeffrey, how does Harleen dry herself?
Harleen dries herself from the top on down, but by the time she's down on the bottom, she has to redo her top. She doesn't like the way her hair came out.
Okay, very good. You're very observant. Don, how about Charlotte?
Head down, most definitely.
Head down. Okay, next question, gentlemen. How many pints of blood will your wife say she has in her body? Okay. Cole, you go first this time.
Probably 3.
3.
I would think.
Your
She
answer is
doesn't know
3.
anything about it, probably.
Okay, we'll wait and see. Jeffrey.
We just went to donate blood. I think they said 7.
7. Your answer is 7. Good. Don?
I'll say 5. 5 pints.
5 for Charlotte.
For Charlotte, for sure.
Okay, and Russ?
I'll say 5 for Angie also. I think she had a little bit of anatomy and physiology, so.
Okay, you
Say
think
5.
Gonna be 5. All right, gentlemen. Here's your next question. How will your wife complete this sentence? Now, this is her talking, okay? You gotta put this in your mind. To avoid big trouble, the one thing I've learned since we've been married is to never, never blank when my husband gets romantic. She's learned that. All right, Jeffrey, what has Harleen learned?
She's learned never not to use perfume when they get romantic because once I said she smelled like a moose. So she now knows to use perfume.
Don't use perfume.
No, to use perfume so she doesn't smell like a moose.
All right, Don.
She'll say never. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, sure. This is her speaking now. To avoid big trouble, the one thing she's learned since you've been married is to never, never what when you get romantic?
Say no.
Gotcha. Say no. Russ?
Definitely say no. You gotta remember, I'm the guy that she met at the bar, so.
Okay. Angie, it's also no is a no-no.
Right.
Okay, and finally, Cole, what will Sherry?
Probably be bat her eyelashes at me because I'm probably ready in a second.
All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll be right back to reunite the newlyweds and see how well a husband can on cards. You now have them in your laps. And each time your prediction matches your wife's answer, you'll get 5 points. And the couple with the most points at the end of the show will win a grand prize selected especially for them. First question, ladies. After you take a shower, do you dry yourself from the toes up, from the head down, or do you start somewhere in the middle? Sharp.
I just took a shower, okay. From the head down.
From the head down. Don said from the head down. All right, Arlene, how do you dry yourself?
From the head down,
From
but
the
then
head
I go
down?
back to my head and do a real good job on the hair.
Then just move down.
Right, at the
Okay.
second time.
Jeffrey said from the head down. All right, Sherry. How do you dry yourself? Now think back.
Not long ago. From the head down.
From the head down?
Yeah.
Cole told us you start somewhere in the middle, Sherry.
That's you that starts somewhere in the middle. You got a lot of middle.
All right, Angie. Angie, how do you dry yourself?
From the head down.
From the head down. Russ told us you dry yourself from the head down, and you have 5 points. Then we have a 3-way tie. Couples 1, 2, and 4. Next question, ladies. How many pints of blood do you have in your body? Easy enough. Arlene.
12. I'm bad at anything that has to do with the body, and that's just a guess, and
You
it's
think
probably a
you're-
bad guess, but
You think you're bad at that?
I know a lot of Dracula-type people.
Jeffrey told us you had 7.
What? 7? That's worse than 12.
I don't know, we went to donate blood and they said you were anemic, but I didn't remember how much blood you had.
Sherry. But wait a second. Yeah, Sherry.
Oh gosh. 3.
3. 3, huh? Wow. Angie.
10.
10. All right. Russ told us you would say 5.
Even with all your nursing, too. I wanted to be
You
a
don't
nurse.
know how many pints of blood are in the body. All right. And finally, Charlotte.
To know this. I have a bachelor's of science.
Well, Don gave us an answer.
I'm just gonna say 10.
You're going to say 10?
Yeah.
Don told us you had 5 pints of blood in your body.
that. Sorry.
All right, that's the end of that question, and it's a tie. Flat tie. All 4 couples have 5 points. Here's the next question. Ladies, how would you complete this sentence now? And this is you talking, okay? To avoid big trouble, the one thing I've learned since we've been married is to never, what? When my husband gets romantic. Something to avoid. Sherry.
Gosh, that's a tough one. He's a big guy. Go to sleep?
No, he said, never bat your eyelashes, Sherry. Does that get to him a little bit?
Oh, I don't know.
You do now. All right, Angie.
Never give in.
Never give in. All right. Russ said you should never say no. Never, just the opposite. All right, Angie. Okay, Charlotte, what do you think Don said?
Say no.
Never say no. He said And finally, Arlene, what should you never do when Jeffrey gets romantic?
Never put Vaseline on my lips.
When she does it, we're in the middle of it and she reaches over to the jar and starts putting it on her lips.
Never put Vaseline on your lips. Jeffrey told us you should never not use perfume.
Oh, yeah.
Why does she have to use perfume?
You like perfume and I hate it.
Once I told her she smelled like a not so great animal. And she should use perfume.
I think she'll remember that. Thank you very much, couples, and we'll be back with just the wives to see how well they predict what their husband will say right after Roddy tells us about the gift we have for our runner-up couples. Huh?
It's Mr. Coffee, America's #1 coffee maker. Genuine Mr. Coffee accessories with extra decanter and Mr. Coffee filters. Plus a generous supply of Kentucky Fried Chicken. Tender and juicy bite after bite of Kentucky Fried Chicken. We do chicken right. And Niagara, America's #1 selling spray starch. Helps prevent the deep penetration of dirt and soil with crisper, firmer finish with Niagara spray starch. And the Hoover Porta-Power vacuum. All the power of a full-size vacuum in a compact, lightweight canister. The Porta-Power from Hoover. Now let's go back to Jim Lang and those ever-fascinating newlyweds.
Ladies, now your husbands are secluded off stage, and it's your turn to predict what they will say. Now, each of these questions will be worth 10 points. 10 points, so here we go. First question, ladies. What will your husband say is the silliest thing of yours that he ever put on in the house? Artie.
I'll say my sleeping shirt.
He put on your sleeping
Yeah.
shirt. Okay? Got it. How
We
much
wear
is-
the same size and it's comfortable and
Okay, Charlotte.
My shower cap.
Okay. He does that often.
Yes.
Oh, I see. Okay. Angie?
Bra.
What was your
I don't want to explain it.
Well, I didn't.
My bra.
You're-
Not often, just
Just
for fun.
occasionally, yeah. Russ put your bra.
Well,
Okay.
not where it
That's
belongs.
it. And Sherry,
I don't think he's ever put anything of mine on, but I'll say my robe.
your robe. Okay. Ladies, here's your next question. How will your husband say you would complete this sentence? This is you talking. Now, when it comes to dancing, if Michael Jackson is a perfect 10, then I'd rate my husband a blank. Because he moves like a what? We're looking for 2 answers, and we're going to start with Charlotte. How would you rate your husband? A number, and then he moves like what?
I rate him a 9. Because he moves like Michael Jackson's twin.
Michael Jackson's twin. Okay. Angie.
I'd give him a 10 because he moves like Michael Jackson.
Oh, another Michael Jackson. Okay, Sherry.
Boy, I'd give him a 10, but because he moves like, God, he's all over the place. Like King Kong.
King Kong. And Harley.
I'll say a 10 at 10. He moves like Michael Jackson. He's a good dancer.
Michael Jackson. Very
I'm a
good.
terrible dancer.
Here's your bonus question, ladies. This is very important. Worth 25 points. What room in your home will your husband say lies closest to the Canadian border? That's all. Your husbands must match, or your answers must match exactly. The room in your house closest to the Canadian border, Angie.
The living room.
Living room. Sherry.
The dining room.
Dining room, Harleen.
The den.
The den. And Charlotte.
The living room.
The living room. All right, thank you very much, ladies. And we'll be back with the husbands to compare answers on the Newlywed Game right after these messages. But first, let's take a look at today's newlyweds just after their wedding. Welcome back to the Newlywed Game, and we have a very close game. Couple number 1 has 10, the other couple's 5, but there's a lot more to go. And now, gentlemen, let's see how well your wives have predicted what you will say. Remember, these questions will be worth 10 points. First question. Guys, what is the silliest thing of your wife's that you've ever put on in the house? And we'll start with Cole. Cole?
Silliest things.
Something of your wife's that you put on.
Robe.
A robe.
Her robe. would be the
Robe,
thing I
Sherry
could think
said.
of.
You're rolling, you got it. We got 15 in the lead. Russ,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go with robe too.
you say, she said, her bra.
Don't you?
Yeah, it's a superstructure, but I put on a robe to answer the door once, and
Yeah.
it was one of my
Yeah, but-
friends, and they kind of looked at me.
You totally deny the bra.
No.
I tried it on
can't
once,
deny it.
just for a bit.
I'm sorry to say no points on that one, Russ. Okay? Don.
Shower cap.
We put on a shower cap? She said shower cap! And we got 10 more points and we're 20. And finally, Jeffrey, what did you put on it, Harlene's?
I guess I have to say a bathrobe, because
You
I
put
don't
on a
know.
bathrobe?
Yeah.
Okay, she said her sleeping shirt. Her sleeping shirt. Do you remember that?
I have the same one. Why would I wear yours?
You know another one?
Which one?
The like t-shirt one that's a knit with a little short sleeve because yours was dirty.
I'll bet he looked cute in it, too.
No,
No point for you on that one, and we have a brand new question. Couples, how did your wife complete this sentence, guys? This is her talking now. When it comes to dancing, if Michael Jackson is a perfect 10, then I'd rate my husband a what? Because he moves like a what? We need a number, and what do you move like? Russ?
See, if Michael Jackson's a 10, I have to be about a -5.
-5. Because you move like...
Probably because I move like a giraffe.
Angie told us that you were a 10 because you move like Michael Jackson.
Ooh.
Don.
I say a 10 because I do gymnastics when I dance sometimes.
So you move like a what?
I move like a gymnast.
You move like a gymnast. 10, you move like a gymnast. Charlotte said you're 9 because you're Michael Jackson's twin.
Isn't that nice?
A nice compliment, but no points. All right, Jeffrey, what do you think Harlene said?
I guess about a 5, because and
Move like...
probably because she says I always dance with my fist in the air, kind of like a prize fighter.
Okay, you're 5, you dance like a prize fighter. Harlene said you were a 10 because you dance like Michael Jackson.
Your dancing is so
But
good.
you always make fun of it.
But that's because you make fun of mine.
That's what I thought, what you thought, so you think it's bad. I think it's okay.
No points. All right, Cole. What do you think Sherry said about you?
I'd probably be a 9, but I suppose it would probably be because I'm pretty freestyle. You gotta clear the floor for me to dance.
Dance like a
Construction worker, I don't
construction worker. Sherry said you were a 10 because you dance like King Kong. Great, guys, and we'll be back with a 25-point bonus question to see which couple will win our grand prize right after this brief session. All right, gentlemen, here is your 25-point bonus question. Very important. At the moment, couple number 1, Charlotte and Don lead with 20 points. And in second place, couple number 3, Sherry and Cole. And I'm sorry to say, couples 2 and 4 are in last place of 5. But don't be despairing because anybody can still win. This is a 25-point question. Here it is, gentlemen. What room in your home lies the closest to the Canadian border? Your answers must match exactly. That's our bonus question for 25 points. We start with couple number 2, Harleen and Jeffrey. And I'll tell you, Jeffrey, you have 5. If you get the 25 points, you will go from last, where you've been all during the show, to first place and a chance for that big, big prize. Okay, what room in your house is closest to the Canadian border?
This is easy. It's north, so the northernmost room in our house is the bedroom.
The bedroom. Harleen said the den.
Den. Yeah, the bedroom sticks out there.
Go to couple number 4. You have the same opportunity. 25 points. If you get it, you're in first place. Go from last to first. The closest room in the house to the Canadian border. What is it, Russ?
The living room.
The living room. Angie said, the living room! You have 30 points and you take the lead. All right, couple number 3, Sherry and Cole, you have 15. With 25, that'll give you 40. And will vaunt you past Angie and Russ into first place. And you could take home that fabulous prize selected just for you. Cole, which room in your house?
Probably the family room.
The family room. Sherry says the dining room. The dining room.
In the front of the house, that's
And now we go to couple number 1. Charlotte and Don, you have 20. If you get the 25 points, you have 55 points, and you are our grand prize winners. If you miss it, Angie and Russ, you win it all. This is it. For 25 points, tell me, Don, the room in your house closest to the Canadian border.
I don't even know. My favorite room is the bedroom.
The bedroom. Charlotte said the living room, and that means couple number 4. Angie, Russ, our grand prize winners all day. special prize chosen just for you. A sleek 12-foot motorboat.
Some exciting new sport coach from Delta West is the Vapor Vet, designed to perform at both speed and agility. It comes complete with an 18 horsepower Tohatsu outboard motor and trailer and winch. You'll enjoy the thrilling high-performance action that makes the Vapor Vet a favorite for sport boating and water skiing. And just so you won't be stranded on dry land, here's a brand new pair of motor scooters. The sleek Wheeler is fully automatic with electric starter, a sporty luggage rack, and it's designed to run economically. Have fun and congratulations from the new Newlywed Game.
Congratulations, Andrew and Russ. And thanks to all of you. You played very well, and may you have long and happy marriages. And especially thanks to you for being with us. Until tomorrow, this is Jim Lang. Goodbye for now. And remember, you don't have to be a newlywed to act like one.
It take to be a Hollywood player.
The new Newlywed Game is a Chuck Barris production.